Welcome back. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi, and today we're going to be talking about Elon Musk and what he's doing with social media applications. So, I guess 15 hours ago he tweeted, "The bird is freed."
Wow.
And
it must be from
the official purchase of Twitter.
Yeah, Freebird. You ever heard that song?
Yes, I have, actually.
There you go. I'm sure Elon's a fan.
Yeah.
But so what is he saying?
So finally,
what's the problem with Twitter? Why was it ever shackled to begin with?
Well, I don't know if he specifically agreed with how Twitter was being run. It's rampant with bots.
Okay, yeah, that was one of his main gripes. He's like, "Hey, man, like 80% of all this shit's fake.
Yeah,
fake news, right?
Yeah, and it's not monetized in an optimal way. Like it's the least social media platform that earns.
Okay, so all right, what does that mean? Like more ads, Inc. or what?
No, I think there's different ways that you can monetize Twitter. Like everything has like a premium service.
I see.
And
maybe
Twitter,
like subscriptions to like tweeters.
Yeah, and Twitter does have Twitter Blue where you subscribe like $10 a month or whatever, and then you can append your NFT avatar.
Yeah, that's right,
layer
that's
one
right.
only.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I guess he wanted to move Twitter into this town hall for the world. And you can't have a town hall if you keep banning people.
Okay, yeah, I think that's really what it's getting down to is the content, the obvious like patterns and trends that we're starting to see from like this whole tech oligarchy system, where if whoever's in charge, whoever like the determining voices and personnel within this whole like big tech ecosystem,
right?
Because it's not just Twitter, right? Usually it's like Twitter or Facebook that kind of initiates these types of like cancellations of humans on Earth.
Yeah, and then it's a domino
effect. Literally the rest of the industry, everything has to follow suit.
Yeah,
right?
And I guess most of the tech industry is, you would say, on the left side of the spectrum, right?
I would say so.
And
just based on like, if you could like create like a montage of targets, like, exiled members of these social platforms, they're going to be mostly right-leaning, people.
Yeah.
Including the president. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
but
everybody always used to say like, "Hey, man, Twitter's a private company. Why do you care? They can do whatever they want."
Yeah, technically they can, right?
But Elon, I guess, feels differently, right?
Yes.
Enough to where he sunk in like a third of his net worth into this.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, that's one hell of a passion or desire to like fix some things, right?
Yeah. And his latest tweet here about an hour ago, he says, "Twitter will be forming a content moderation council with widely diverse viewpoints. No major content decisions or account reinstatements will happen before that council convenes."
Interesting. Hopefully this is like a public type of an event or something. I don't know. Some sort of transparency protocols are in place. So whenever there are some sort of content disputes, I think the community or the user base, anybody should have some sort of access. Because that's what I said. Like at some point, these things are becoming so big and powerful and ubiquitous. Like they're pretty much part of everybody's daily life. So I think there should be some sort of like governance application for all of us to kind of like voice our opinions on how the platform should, regulate in the future. Yeah. And I think he thinks the same thing. I think he's starting to understand blockchain enables that.
Yes.
Right?
I was just going to say, it was like win Twitter token, right?
Imagine that.
Yeah. So that way we can all vote.
Fuck. Sorry, I just like micro-coomed just thinking about it. I was just thinking about it. Like that. Imagine that airdrop, dude, is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really get that much because I don't tweet that much.
No.
There's people out there who really tweet and they would probably get like an ass load of tokens.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that's okay because they're active members of the community.
Yeah, they should have the most vote.
Exactly. They have a higher voting share.
Yeah.
Right? So, of course, on-chain governance, it's not like foolproof or anything. It's not a proven system, but I think
it's the most scalable way to vote on stuff.
Yeah.
Right. You have a token, you have a vote.
Yes. At minimum. So I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon as far as like, completely decentralizing Twitter.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
No. But nonetheless, Elon's still, I don't know. He's I think slowly shifting, I guess, the zeitgeist towards that direction. You know.
And speaking of decentralizing Twitter, before he purchased Twitter, Elon Musk was mulling creating a blockchain-based social media firm before his offer to Twitter.
Okay.
So he's been thinking about it, and I don't know if these DMs have leaked officially, but he was talking to Jack, founder of Twitter, about this stuff. And so Jack has come out with his version of a decentralized social media platform, and it's called Bluesky.
Bluesky.
And just recently, I believe today, they're allowing people to sign up for, what is it called? Their private beta waitlist.
Mm-hmm.
And so you click on this, give them your email, and you're in.
Okay.
And so what is this about? It's a completely decentralized social media platform that focuses on some core tenets here. Let's see if I can find them. So imagine in a world you could log into any site on the web without creating an account, basically Web3, right? Switch to a new streaming service and keep your preferences. Leave Twitter and Instagram and take all your connections with you. So this is their decentralized web platform in Zion.
Interesting.
And so their focus here is identity, messaging, and data storage, and payments using the Bitcoin Lightning Network. So he's huge on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you know anything about Bitcoin, I don't think it'd be a good idea to spend it on anything. So nonetheless, the Bitcoin Lightning Network is used for spending, and I think it falls in line with the original Satoshi Nakamoto white paper. So,
okay. So, do they say anything about like which blockchain they will utilize? Is it one that they're gonna have to cook up themselves?
That's a good question. I mean, the payments network is on Bitcoin, but
I'm seeing other things
decentralized identity. Which network is that on?
Exactly.
They don't really mention it here.
Interesting. Well,
but I would imagine it's some flavor of Ethereum sidechain / main chain.
So they're using DIDs, refers to any subject determined by controller of the DID private key, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah. Okay, they're really honing in on identity here, which I guess is important, right? Well, we know it's important. It's going to be like the base expectation to like everyone's user experience, I guess, in Web3.
Yeah.
It's building your identity profile, on-chain events, on-chain storage of information about yourself.
And this is why we're doing this video, because Jack's social media platform is about to launch. It's important to be in there first, start creating that on-chain identity, get that handle that everybody's wanting to get, right? Neo or Walmart.
Amazon?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a race for acquiring these handles?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, there's that, if that's that angle, but just the decentralization, I think, is the bigger takeaway here. Like, we're starting to see more and more, I guess, gravitation towards the idea.
Censorship resistance.
Yeah, I guess it's because I don't know, there's just too many examples nowadays of why we really need this. I mean, I think when we first heard the concept back in like 2017, it didn't really feel like as much of a need as it is now. I don't know. I feel like there's been way more egregious events since then.
Sure.
From like tech companies or...
Yeah, there shouldn't be any one tech company to decide to ban somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a debate on whether we should be banning anybody on anything.
Yeah.
But...
Based on speech, right?
Based on speech, yeah.
Yeah, which is, of course, is American ideology. Then these platforms argue these are not American.
Yeah.
I mean, they're American companies, but they're global platforms, right? So how do we...
A decentralized social media application is no longer American, ideally.
Unless, like, all the nodes like running in America, then the SEC will claim
this is jurisdiction.
This is ours.
Yeah.
But, so if it's a true global platform, there isn't, like, a consensus on ideology, you know?
But I feel like in at the protocol level, right, we're going to have freedom of speech, right? At the protocol level, meaning that whether you believe in freedom of speech or not, in whatever given country you're in, you're going to have freedom of speech. It's like it's a protocol given right, if you will.
Yeah.
Which is good, right?
And if not, then I guess the process, the democratic process, I guess determining whether or not somebody has violated some content dispute.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
It should be a little more, that process needs to be, just like I said, more transparent and more, distributed.
Yeah.
As far as who has authority within the ecosystem.
Let me ask you a question.
Execute.
So we've had Donald Trump, we've had Andrew Tate, and most recently Kanye West get canceled, right, on these social media platforms. Let's say in this scenario, this was a cancellation on a completely decentralized network, right? People have voted and agreed you no longer can use this platform. Yeah. Would anyone have a problem with that? Do you think there'd be...
I don't think so. It'd be like a due process, just like, if somebody commits a crime,
right?
We give people the right, to a trial, a jury trial, right?
Yeah.
Just because, like, you can't just assume somebody's guilty. You got to have undeniable proof, right? Yeah. Same thing. Like, let's go through so many of these cases where people get banned. Most people who kind of like pitchfork against these people, they don't do any due diligence of their own. Yeah. Because the narrative of the media, like they construct like a narrative. Yeah, that is very obviously
that's true, man.
Biased, and like it's a straight up like they target this guy. They do everything. They put all the negativity in your face.
Sure,
let's get him out of here.
Yeah.
Instead of like a due process, right? Let's look at all the evidence, all the angles,
get the context.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be like it's just more like bureaucracy, right? More slowness, right? It's gonna probably take months or years to determine. Like, all right, this guy. There's a consensus here. This guy,
I feel like
we're banishing him from society, basically.
Yeah, I totally agree. Due process is absolutely needed, and yes, it's going to be very slow, whether it's decentralized or not. It's just going to be a slow process.
Yeah,
and we've done our due diligence on these cancellations, and we don't find a whole lot of weight to them, in many aspects. And even though they say wrong things, it doesn't mean that they shouldn't say anything anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's really it. That's the main takeaway,
right?
Yeah, because it's But again, we shouldn't be the ones to decide that either.
No. If the majority of people agree, is like, no more talking for this guy. Mm-hmm. Then that's it is what it is.
Yeah, well, this is why it's so interesting because at some point, and not just Twitter, all decentralized organizations, DAOs, are going to have to figure out their systems or their processes to not just figuring out who's violating like content policies. Yeah. Like how to just manage organizations overall. Like
man.
There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah.
There's people everyone has their own specialties, their own like value adds. So you've got to form committees around these types of specialties and value adds within these, just like a company does, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm so bullish on Elon buying Twitter, because he at one point he was talking about open sourcing the algorithms that push content.
Yeah, I remember that.
And if he does open source those algorithms, that means that it can be adjusted to have the perfect algorithm where you don't have to ban anybody. If someone is saying hate speech, they should say hate speech. Mm-hmm. The only thing that should happen is the algorithm should suppress that speech. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And that way you preserve freedom of speech. Anyone can say whatever they want. The content doesn't get pushed to the wrong audience, where I guess right now humanity can be easily influenced to believe anything.
Yeah. Have you seen what's going on TikTok? Like there's like a trend right now of like I think they're called Kia something. Basically the challenge is like steal a car and crash it. Like, wow. And somehow it's caught on. 4 kids have already died accepting the challenge. So like
this is exactly. Imagine if you push that from the algorithm perspective, you just, hey, this is getting a lot of traction. Let me just push that to everybody. All of a sudden, you have like thousands of kids doing this.
Yeah, now
like that's not a good thing.
I know. Now that it's like headline news, and I'm pretty sure now the trend is getting even bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know why or how kids are that corruptible through like a fucking app. I don't know. It's just some sort of weird taps into some weird part of the brain.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's a challenge. I was like, oh, shit, I could do that, I guess. I don't know. But nonetheless, yeah, these algorithms are very powerful.
Yeah.
There's tons of evidence for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. So yeah, there is definitely a social media war. Something's going on. Yeah. This is definitely weird.
This is definitely weird.
The internet is definitely like in some in some weird
It's a
zone.
Yeah, it's almost like an inflection point. It's like,
Yeah.
are we going to
are we
maintain
going?
this
Yeah.
oligarchy, or are we going to decentralize this
Yeah.
for humanity?
Feels like everything's just like Web3 is just,
It's taking over, dude.
it's the way, dude.
It
It's the way. Everyone at some point they're all gonna know, dude.
yeah.
And then that's the beginning, right? Get everyone used to a decentralized internet.
Yeah.
You know, fuck Twitter. Sorry, Elon. We're gonna use Jack Dorsey's protocol potentially.
No, I feel like it's going to be Elon versus Jack, right? Who's got the most decentralization and most openness, most everything, payments, all that.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. I mean, Elon already pretty much nuked the whole staff at Twitter, so
Yeah, they fired everybody.
clearly
The
he's
CEO and the CFO's gone.
yeah, I think he's gonna step in. It's like I'm the new CEO.
Yeah.
He's like CEO of like 5 companies, dude.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. What the fuck?
Yeah. This is crazy.
But yeah, this is more. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. We're gonna see where this goes. I mean, the most hilarious thing from all this is Dan Larimer.
Yeah.
Did it first.
Yeah,
Remember?
he did the
Voice.com?
voice. Yeah, we did
a.
a live event for that.
I know. They spent $30 million to acquire Voice.com.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And he was the first one. Like, hey, this is
check
what
it
we
out.
need.
Let's check it out.
We need
See.
a decentralized like Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
He was right.
What the hell is this, dude? Is this like it's an NFT marketplace now or what? That would be wild.
Oh my God, it is.
Is it? It is. What happened?
All right, let's see.
They totally pivoted, dude.
Can I buy this root? What is it?
Root. 2 of 2 remaining.
2 of
dude.
2 remaining.
Nobody bought the root.
Oh, it is an NFT marketplace. This was gonna be we did a live event.
This is like 2018, right? Long time ago.
Was it? No, 2019.
No, it was 2018.
No,
No, maybe it was 2019. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was during the podcast.
Yeah,
Right?
during the podcast. So we did this live event. Dan Larimer was putting on this event about like what was the point of it? Like decentralizing social media or something like that?
Yeah, it was literally
Yeah.
a decentralized Twitter.
Yeah.
And you got paid to post
Yeah.
shit like that. It was a tokenized type system.
Yeah.
You know? It sounded great and promise. I don't know if he was one of the first ones in the Web3 space, I guess, who was really gung-ho about this initiative.
Yeah. So they were gonna do decentralized Twitter and they've pivoted to an NFT.
Oh, God. What was that, dude? Dude, you might want to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's too risque.
I don't want to risk anymore. Scroll anymore.
Yeah, no more
Yeah,
scrolling.
That was bad.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so I don't know. You have to go back into the archives, I guess, to find some deets on voice.com. But nonetheless,
right.
I guess Dan Larimer and the EOS ecosystem a little too ahead of their time.
Yeah, too early.
Too early. But now seems like that's what I mean. Back then, it's like, dude, what's wrong with Twitter? Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You know? But now Twitter has shown itself to be
Yeah. Not
totally biased and totally like out of control
Yep.
with their censorship. So hats
Dude,
off to Elon, dude.
It's all about the algorithms, man. That's what runs everything. That's what pushes narratives is the algorithms.
Yeah.
So if developers get access to open source these algorithms, we're gonna see like true information.
True information, eh?
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Looking forward to that.
All right, let us know what you think about Elon purchasing Twitter and Jack Dorsey on his Zion campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let us know. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner, at Meadowzone.io, and at Roby AI. And we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.